Malone said that you were in the gym pretty much every day this offseason. Just what were kind of your priorities and what were you hoping to work on most after Summer League?
I mean, obviously everybody knows KCP's departure, and there's obviously a lot of opportunity there for the taking. So once I seen that opportunity was there, bro, I had to put my best foot forward and to put myself in a position where I can contribute on a nightly basis. So if it was being in here every day during the summer, then that's something that I wanted to do. So I was here.
Julian, are there specific things that you change or an approach you take? Because year one, you're just trying to figure out how you fit in. These guys just won the championship too. Okay, now you've been through all of it and the disappointment of playoff loss, and there's a starting spot up for grabs. So I guess how do you change the approach to what you do in year two?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I have a completely different mindset, going into year two. Obviously, year one, I didn't know what to expect, and right now, I want to be able to make an impact for this ball club. So that's where my mind's at, and, my mindset's completely shifted. I feel like I'm a more confident, more aggressive person and player, so I feel like it's helped me, and I'm just excited to, be able to show everybody else.
Julian, are there any moments maybe during this offseason when you feel like something clicked for you, you feel like something has made a little bit more sense or the game has slowed down a little bit? Is there anything like that you can point to?
I feel like it was more so when I had got injured during my rookie year. In January, I had to sit down for 6 to 8 weeks, and I kind of got to reset. Everything had been moving so fast since draft night that you never really get a chance to gather yourself or kind of just take a deep breath. So when I got injured, I kind of got to do that, and that's when I kind of found my NBA speed, I found my NBA confidence, my groove, just being in here, just being in here, repping it out, working out with the coaches every day, and competing with the guys. So yeah.
Julian, that kind of an innocuous thing, but did it make you feel good? That you were good enough in summer league that you were able to kind of sit out the last few.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was cool, but I mean, I was going into summer league with the impression and mindset to play in every single game, and that's just how I was wired and cut for that. So obviously after two, the staff and the front office having enough confidence in me to pull me, obviously it meant something to me internally, but I mean, it didn't really slow me down in terms of what my main goal was, because my goals didn't end with playing good at summer league. It ended with contributing in the real time in regular season and the playoffs.
Julian, kind of building on that, what are your goals as a shooter? Do you have a benchmark in mind, and whether it's percentage-wise or attempts per game that you'd like to hit this season?
I mean, obviously the percentages that I shot last year aren't really a good example of who I am as a shooter, and I know that, and that's all that really matters to me. I mean, you can play the numbers game and anything like that, but I know at the end of the day I'm a shooter, and I know that things are going to improve percentage-wise. But the main thing is, I mean, we were 30th in attempts last year, and just being able to be another guy that can space the floor for guys like Jamal and Nikola. I mean, those guys are offensive juggernauts. So if I can space the defense to the 4-point line instead of the 3-point line, then they got all the space in the world to work and operate, and everybody else gets going.
Your coach does not give trust lightly. What do you feel you have to do to have Michael Malone's trust, knowing where this franchise wants to be and where you want to help take it?
To continue to gain trust of my coaches is definitely just continuing to improve on the defensive end of the ball. Offensively, I feel like I know where I'm at and I know what I can bring to the team, and I'm confident on that end of the floor, and I'm confident on defense as well. It's just a matter of showing everybody that I've made the improvements, and yeah, I don't see myself being a guy that teams will look at to exploit a matchup as the season goes on.
Julian, I think most people assume that Christian Brown's just going to step into that fifth starter position for KCP. But Michael Malone, the coach, has said, I'm going to play the best guy. I like to see man-to-man competition. Would you like to be a starter? Would that be a goal for you, or is it making the rotation? Where are your specific goals for something like that?
I mean, obviously being a starter in the NBA is something that I've envisioned in my when I was a kid, yay high, hearing my name getting called in the arena. But, that's something that's not make or break for my season. obviously I'm going to compete to the very end to try and get the spot. But, you know, if I'm coming off the bench, that's perfectly fine, and that's the role that I'm going to attack. I've never been one to, you know, be upset with what role is given to me. I'm going to get the role that I earned, and that's how I feel.
And then to follow up, does it maybe change the way each practice is going to go when you and CB are matched up, knowing that you're obviously you want to both make each other better, make the team better, but that you're battling for an open spot?
Yeah, I mean, me and CB have gotten an opportunity to, you know, be in here, play pickup games against each other, so we've been battling all summer. And it's one of them things where me and CB are so close off the floor that we're able to, you know, come on the court, compete at a high level, and then put it and leave it on the court and go be friends when we get back to the locker room. So, yeah, it's a healthy competition for sure.
Julian, you mentioned spacing out to the 4-point line for Jamal, for Nicola. Just how important is it to understand how to play around those two, just given that they've been a part of things for this team for as long as possible? What makes it so how you can be impactful playing around those guys specifically?
I feel like at the end of the day, it's just making those guys' lives easier. You know, defenses and the scouts are going to be focused on them every single time we go out. We know that, they know that, and especially, you know, with Nicola, they're going to send as much as they can to you know, try to stop or slow him down. So, you know, just being an outlet for those guys, not having to force anything. Nicola and Jamal are both guys who are willing passers, and they'll get off of it if a guy's open. So, I feel like the whole team operates better when there's more spacing on the floor.